crew.
Life's great.
Back here with Steven Jackson talking Lakers, specifically their young guys who will be forced back into trade rumors the second the summer begins. Kobe Bryant was asked by a Spanish website if the team should move these guys for Anthony Davis. Here's what he said, translated into English. Kuzma, Lonzo, Ingram, are the three of them better than Anthony Davis? No. Ciao. Bye. Anthony Davis is one of the best players in the world. That works better in Spanish. Not currently, in history. What are we talking about? If you can trade for Anthony Davis, you do it. If not, all right, we have three players who are very young and work hard. They're smart and they have to develop. But if you can trade for Anthony Davis, yes. All right, Steven, I translated that all really quickly in my head.
You did a great job.
Is Kobe right?
This is why I love him. It's about winning. I don't care who on the roster. I don't care who on the team. It's about winning. And that's always been Kobe mind frame. That's why I always separate him from LeBron. His attitude is winning. His will to win is just you can't compare him to anybody. And the way he approaches the game, the way he's saying that anybody can go, and it's about winning. I love it. I love it. I love it because that's with Kobe. You know what he gonna bring, and that attitude lets you know that it's about winning. It's not about nobody else but winning. I love it.
It's 100% correct, and it's why I understand that. For Magic or for LeBron, the way they went about the Anthony Davis rumors publicly, the criticism, because it clearly hit the young players a certain way. But they weren't wrong in any of it. Of course the Lakers should have said, who do you want? Anybody you want other than LeBron for Anthony Davis, we'll make it work. Anthony Davis is, C said earlier, he could be in the discussion next year for best player in the league. He is a consensus, unanimous top 7 guy. There's 7 guys better than everybody else. He's one of them. And so what he would be is the best teammate LeBron has had since who? Since the first year with D. Wade? Since the second year with Kyrie? Or maybe better than all of them.
Yes.
Like, you know, so it's certainly on,
it's on the board.
It's on the board. And D. Wade at that time was unbelievable, and Kyrie was coming into his own as a great player, and Davis could be the best of all of them. So of course, it's not like any of those young guys are sure things. You're not talking about Luka Doncic. You're not talking about Trae Young. You're not talking about a guy who it's like, man, it's going to suck because we know this guy's going to be an all-star. Could those guys turn into all-stars?
Kuzma could be.
Sure, but Kuzma this year, all of a sudden, he is dead last in the NBA on wide open threes. Like, that's a problem, especially going to play with LeBron.
Yeah, he struggled the last 15 games.
Ingram, we know now, has an enormous asterisk because of the blood clot, even though they're saying the surgery was successful. And Lonzo was starting to come into his own, but Lonzo's an enormous question mark, and he's been on the shelf for a month and a half with injury. Anthony Davis is not a question mark. He's an answer. And so, of course, Kobe's right on this.
I think that because of the skill level of the 3 players he's talking about and the skill level that LeBron has, I'm with Kobe. I've always been a Kobe fan, but Kobe said some things in retirement that haven't been consistent with the Kobe brand. Like as far as him mentoring all these younger players, Kobe's no mentor. Kobe's get behind me, man. I'm getting ready to knock down this wall. Don't worry, you won't have to jump over it because I'm going to knock it down. That's Kobe being Bryant. I know teammates of Kobe Bryant, Ron Harper, who Phil Jackson brought there to bring him and Shaq together. I got Kobe stories after Kobe stories after Kobe story. But this is true to who he is, man. He's about being the best, don't mind being paired with one of the best, and that's what LeBron would need. From an age standpoint, the difference between where AD is, where LeBron is, because he could be that next star for the Lakers after LeBron retires. Skill set. He can post up with LeBron being a primary playmaker. LeBron can either go to the corner some, he can facilitate the offense for 2/3 of the game. LeBron can continue playing the way that he can dominate games. But AD, the skill set, I believe, is the perfect fit for LeBron, more so than any of the other guys that can be free, even more so than Kyrie because of his defensive threat and be able to defend the hoop as LeBron gets older and is going to need some help.
Do you agree with that, Stephen, that of all the free agent names that are out there, of all the potential guys that could be paired up with LeBron next year, do you think AD would make that, the 2 of them together, the most successful?
I think I do. I think every team in the league is sitting there thinking about how are we going to defend the pick and roll with LeBron and AD.
The pick and roll and the pick and pop.
How can you defend that? You get a great shooter on the other side, and you got a pick and roll between LeBron and AD. That's damn near unguardable.
That is 100% correct. Which is, you said yesterday, the idea of trading for AD and signing Kyrie. Well, that's the best team in the league. That is because whomever is involved in that pick and roll, whether it's Kyrie,
everybody got to go. Jenny Buss got to go. Magic got everybody.
And you got Braun backdoor enduring for the lob.
Absolutely. You can give them the forum, which the Lakers are considering going back to. But let's say Kyrie's not involved. It's AD and LeBron. That third guy doesn't have to be a great player. It's got to be a great shooter.
Got to be a professional.
You got to be a professional and a knockdown shooter. Your point on defense is so key. Listen, LeBron, I do believe, can still, in moments, and we saw it in last year's playoffs, amp it up and be a great defender on and off the ball. But throughout the course of the regular season, he is not. And throughout, even at times when he is amped up, as far as what he's able to do off the ball, is not what he once was. He is what he was at one point in time. What we're seeing Zion do in college with the weak side blocks, that's who LeBron was. That's not who he is now at age 34 in year 16. Anthony Davis can be an eraser. And Anthony Davis, he has been in obscurity in New Orleans because the team hadn't been good. But he, much like Giannis, has continued to get better every single year.
You add AD and a Kyrie, you might see that Bron come back.
Oh, well,
that chasing down shots, that Bron might come back. Because guarantee you, guys like that would also motivate him to come back and be a better player as well.
And you take such a workload off him offensively.
Right.
You don't have to. You don't have to use all your energy on that side of the ball.
That's scary.
You have guys like that.
All right, Stephen. Thank you so much. Come back tomorrow.
Always.
We going out again tonight, Stephen?
Yes, sir.
Round 2? All right,
Coming up, can the Cowboys offense soar to new heights with the addition of Randall Cobb? That's next on First Things First.
Jenna, Coach Izzo's watching.
Yeah.
And he's like, you did a great job, especially facilitating, no ego and everything. Coach Izzo.